Hey y'all, Dr.Trehunna. Now it's Metabolic Monday, so you already know the vibes. I gotta teach you something new. Alright? Now, if you've been following me for some time, you probably heard me say time and time again, I don't like my clients consuming protein shakes or protein powders, right? And a lot of people is like, okay, well, Trey, why is that the case? Even though I heard all my life that having protein is healthy. So today, what we're gonna cover is why I don't like my clients consuming protein powders, what is the purpose of protein powders, and when you should consume it. It is all contingent on your current goal. But with that being said, I think I can tell you straight up, the main reason why I don't like my clients consuming protein powders is the conditioning around it, right? What we was learning since we was a kid till now about when you should consume protein, all right? So first things first, what is a protein powder, right? Protein powder is basically whey protein, whey concentrate, or whey isolate that is broken down or pulverized coming from milk, right? That basically want to help you build muscle. Why? Because protein helps your body build muscle. Amino acids is basically the foundational building blocks of life. So what does that mean? If you said, you know what, I'm never eat protein ever again for the rest of my life, you're gonna die. Now, if you said I'm gonna never eat fat ever again for the rest of my life, you're gonna die. Now, if you said I'm never gonna eat a carb ever again for the rest of my life, you're not gonna die. You're actually gonna still thrive. You know why? Because your body's gonna get its energy now from what? Fat. Okay? So are carbs healthy? Can carbs help? Sure, right? Do you need carbs ever again for the rest of your life to live? No. All right? Carbs are alternate source of fuel. All right? But when it comes to protein, you need this thing. All right? So because we all know that your hair, your skin, your nails, your follicles, all these things, enzymes that's happening within your body is coming from protein, a lot of people now think, okay, protein is good for me, so that means any type of protein is good for me. No. Okay? So when it comes to protein, right, there's levels to it. Just like there's levels when it comes to cars. I would rather ride a Mercedes versus a Honda, right? So when it comes to protein, I would rather you eat your protein versus drinking your protein. Why? So when you're drinking anything, okay, it could come from juice, it could come from smoothies, it could be a protein powder. When you're actually doing the act of drinking, you don't depict this or justify this as calorie intake, right? So when a lot of people drink a protein powder, or like for instance, a lot of people drink smoothies, you're still looking for a meal in the next hour or two. Why? You don't consider that a meal, right? Even though that was a meal and it had enough calories in it to be qualified as a meal. That smoothie you had was 400, 500, 600 calories, but now you had that smoothie and then you're going to Subway down the street 30 minutes later, right? Or you're drinking that smoothie along with your actual meal, right? The same thing applies to protein powders. A lot of people drink that protein powder and then 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes later, you're having a meal. So the whole purpose of the protein powder was to do what? Oh, it's going to help me build muscle because I was taught that after a workout, there's this thing called a magical anabolic window, which means I need to have protein right then and there, or basically my workout was for no reason. That is a myth, ladies and gents. All right. So when it comes to protein intake, right, it matters upon how much protein you consume throughout the course of a day, not 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after your workout. Okay, nothing's gonna happen. It's not gonna be like, okay, well, I worked out, and because I worked out, I didn't consume any protein. At the 31st minute, I basically worked out for no reason. That's not how the human body works. It's just that now your body's very sensitive and is ready to intake some protein at about the 30-minute mark, right? But you can still wait an hour, 2 or 3, especially if you're gonna give your body adequate and good quality protein. Okay, so when you're actually eating protein, it's going to actually help you keep you full. It's going to help you keep you satiated. But not only that, when you're actually eating protein, right, your body and your stomach receptors, mechanoreceptors at that, is noticing that your stomach is getting elongated, which means what? Now your body is picking up the signal that, hey, this individual is eating. Which means what? We're actually getting full. We're probably getting some of the things that we need, right? And we're going to start releasing the hormones to show that. And now you're going to be more satiated. But if you are drinking a straight protein powder, right, you're not having no fat in that protein powder. So because you're not having any fat along with your meal, you're going to be good for maybe an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but you're still looking for a meal. It's not going to really curb your appetite, right? And a lot of people just naturally, their body's not able to intake that amount of concentrated amount of whey or casein. That's why a lot of people, when they drink protein powders, they don't feel too good or their stomach starts to get upset. It's because of the casein. It can be inflammatory for some humans, you know. But when you're also drinking, once again, you are not thinking you're intaking calories. So when you're drinking a protein powder, all the people that you see on Instagram and all them influencers, if you ask them why you're drinking this protein powder, you know what they're gonna say? I'm attempting to gain muscle. And we already know, in order for you to gain muscle or gain anything, that means the scale got to go up, not down, right? So if you are drinking protein powders, or all the influencers that you're seeing that's drinking protein powders, 9 times out of 10, these are people that's already at their goal weight. They already love their body composition. And now I'm trying to help build muscle, which means the scale's going up. Majority of the people that follow me are people who have weight issues, just like I used to have weight issues at one point in time, right? So if you're drinking a protein powder with the expectation to see the scale drop, you're playing yourself. That's why I don't like my clients drinking protein shakes or protein anything. I want you to eat it, because once again, we just have a bad correlation or a bad relationship with, oh, I'm drinking something, this don't count, right? Just like when people get a gastric sleeve or a gastric bypass, which means what? They literally take off a piece of your stomach, but some people still have weight issues. Why? Because it's not the fact that they're eating their calories, they are drinking their calories. You're still going to Starbucks. You're still having that cup of Mott's apple juice. You're still having that Ocean Spray. You're still having those energy drinks, right? You're drinking your calories, and your body taking the exact same, or does the exact same thing with the calories you drink than what you eat. So if you're somebody who's attempting to lose weight, which majority of the people who follow me are trying to lose weight, it will not be conducive for you to drink protein powders. Just make sure you get your protein from food. That's why I tell my clients, have more protein on your plate than anything else. Okay? Now, if you're somebody who already hit their goal weight, you love your body composition, you probably got a 6-pack or you got the little 2-pack going on, whatever the case may be, and you're like, you know what? I want to put more mass on my glutes. Or you know what? I want to put more mass on my shoulders, right? If you was a dude or a woman, you never know, right? Then it will be more conducive for you to add protein into your actual meals. You know, some people put their protein into their yogurt or drink protein shakes. But that is off what your current goal is. So if your goal is to gain weight, have protein shakes. Your goal is to lose weight, don't drink calories. Period. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it got 60 grams of protein and it's only 100 calories. No. Always eat your calories if your goal is to see the scale drop. Never drink your calories unless you want to see the scale go up. It's that simple. So that's why I want you to remember for the rest of your life, okay? Are protein powders good for you? Yes, right? Now, should you have protein powders no matter what you're trying to do? No, okay? Protein powders are useful dependent on your goal, right? And also, if you're somebody who usually naturally has problems consuming protein, they'll be more conducive for you. For instance, somebody that's vegan or vegetarian, right? Somebody who don't really have time to meal prep, right? Or somebody who naturally don't have a big appetite. Protein powders will be good for you. But just know the scale's not going to drop more if you're consuming protein powders than if you're actually eating real protein. Cool? Nothing crazy. Very simple. Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. It's going to help you stay snatched all the time. Know in the summertime. Talk to you soon.